maybe a little motivation to get some things done around your home. Hey, I'm Danny Lipford. Thanks so much for being with me and Chelsea here on Today's Homeowner. Come see us again next week.
You know what rhymes with Danny? Baloney.
Fanny. So.
But these I like more because they're just lower profile. Not more discreet, you know?
Yeah.
I like my cleats to be discreet.
You like, yeah.
A lifestyle expert joins us with summer home essentials to improve your outdoor experience Monday on the KHLA 5 Morning News at 11 a.m.
Broadcasting across the Golden State, this is Inside California Politics.
Thanks for joining us for Inside California Politics. I'm Frank Buckley in Los Angeles.
And I'm Nikki Lorenzo in Sacramento. Governor Newsom has launched a national effort to bring gun reform to America by way of a constitutional amendment.
The governor has proposed a 28th Amendment to the United States Constitution, which would include several reforms, including universal background checks and an assault weapons ban for civilians. Joining us now, Inside California Politics Capitol reporter Eitan Wallace. Eitan, Governor Newsom is proposing some ambitious changes surrounding gun laws here in America in the form of a constitutional amendment. What precisely would that amendment do? And then how are people at the Capitol reacting to it?
Well, Frank, you know, that's the big question. And the governor says this will really include 4 pillars here. That first one is to increase the age to buy a gun to 21 years old. That second part of the pillar, he wants to see universal background checks. The third part, he wants to see some sort of multi-day waiting period between the time you buy a gun to the time you actually receive that gun. And that fourth pillar, well, that really has to do with the governor saying that he wants to see a ban forbidding civilians from purchasing what the governor calls as assault weapons. So those are the 4 pillars right there that he wants to see in this amendment. Now, as for how people are responding right here at the Capitol, well, it all depends who you talk to, depending on the party. No surprise here. Democrats, well, they like this proposal. In fact, I spoke with Assemblymember Reggie Jones-Sawyer of Los Angeles. He's kind of helping the governor spearhead this through the legislature. He's officially doing this paperwork, a joint resolution, to introduce this proposal to have a 28th Amendment to the U.S. Constitution. He says it's necessary for gun violence, to address gun violence and the scourge of mass shootings across this nation. But Republicans, well, they feel very differently. I talked to Minority Leader in the Assembly, James Gallagher. He says, first of all, that California already has background checks and that, well, according to him, they've worked a little bit, but we still see mass shootings in California. And the second thing he says is this governor, and a lot of Republicans feel this way, he says this governor is too nationally focused. He wants the governor to be talking about things right here at home, including, by the way, that budget. Yes, that budget that has a multi-billion-dollar deficit. Frank?
Well, polling consistently shows that a majority of Americans, regardless of party, want stricter gun laws. But Republicans and some Democrats on the national level have resisted change on gun laws. Our founders made it incredibly difficult for any constitutional amendment to get passed. Does anyone, including Governor Gavin Newsom, believe this proposed amendment actually has a chance of becoming part of our Constitution?
Well, you know what's interesting, Frank, is that even the governor acknowledges basically what you said. This is not going to be an easy process. This certainly will not be a quick process. But the governor says he is optimistic. He really does believe it can happen. But it's not going to be easy. The way he wants to do this, well, since it's through the state legislature, 2/3 of state legislatures across the nation, at least 2/3, will need to call for a constitutional convention to meet about this amendment, this proposed amendment, and to vote on it. And then to actually get approval, well, they're going to need 3/4 of the states to actually approve this proposed amendment. And we surely know that to do that, you need not just those blue states, but also those purple and red states. So the governor says he is hopeful that this can happen. He's using his political action committee that he just founded that really goes after red states to help in the sense of lobbying for this and to help fundraise for this. But Republicans here at the legislature say they don't believe it can happen at all. They say it's unrealistic, especially with those red states, and especially, as you mentioned, with the founders intended, it's a very difficult process to get this through.
given the difficulties, is this